Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Comic Timing is member supported by listeners like you over at patreon.com/comic timing. We thank you very much for your continued support of the show. For as little as $1 a month, you get behind the scenes access, including some occasional audio and video, pre-show or post-show that we can throw your way, plus diaries by myself, occasional articles by Chris Naudis or Raf Suhu whenever they make that happen, and a whole lot more. Patreon.com/comic timing. One-time donations are available over at paypal.me/IAM sci-fi. Much obliged, and thank you much. Hey there, folks. My name's Ian Levinstein, and welcome to episode 289 of Comic Timing. We're not sitting in a park, but instead we're sitting at an abandoned table in front of the Lucky Kitty in Winter Haven, which sounds a lot more disgusting than it actually is, but it seems to just be either a Chinese restaurant or maybe a cat cafe. I don't know.
I wish it was a strip club. I think that would be better.
That would be more amusing, but that is not what we're dealing with here. Brent Casina and I in person. The episode directly after the 20th, and us actually talking to each other in person, not with a Zoom. Like that's some good kismet.
Ian, have you realized I'm your longest relationship?
Oh my God. Wow. Actually, technically, Chris is, because I mean we've been. Yeah, I mean I've known Chris slightly longer.
In terms of the podcast.
All right, in terms of the podcast, sure, right. Although I think I met Raph slightly before you. I think I met Raph slightly before you. Now that I think about it.
I'll have to go check the stats to see if he appeared earlier.
That's true. However, he himself would probably make a comment of like, I wish I could quit you or something like that right now if he was here. But, but he doesn't. So, yeah, man. Now that we're in person, I guess we can probably go a little bit more in depth on our feelings about 20 years of this shit and not have to worry about, 12 other people being on the call.
We should do a CT Airbnb.
A CT Airbnb.
Yeah.
How many letters do you want to fit into that term, man? Like, yeah. Well, I guess we technically came close to that with the hotel room at MegaCon.
We should throw this in there next year.
Yeah.
Since we're turning 21.
Yeah.
Maybe we do your Bourbon Trail trip next
year.
Do a CT B&B.
Okay. All right.
Everybody comes together.
I don't hate that idea. I don't hate that idea at all.
Dono, it would be next door to Dono. He would have no excuse.
That's true. You're right. And I'm sure it wouldn't be too hard to get Brandon out for that.
It could really freak Dono out because, he's never seen us talk here in person as a group. I feel like the first 3 times I met you, it was like staring at your lips going like, that's the voice that comes out of my friend. I cannot believe it.
I got to tell you, the first time that I met you, there was a little bit of like cognitive dissonance. Even though I've seen pictures of you, like I'm like, oh yeah, right, that person's real.
Well, it doesn't like track now for people because they have all the video podcasts.
Right.
So you see a voice and then you see a face and it clicks right away. But when you're only like, because we didn't at the beginning of the podcast, it was just voice.
It was just Skype. That's it. Yeah.
And you were lucky if we had the profile pic on there. But even then it doesn't track.
Oh yeah, because most of the time, like if you had a profile pic, 3/4 of the time it was just like an image of something random and not like.
It had to be 100 pixels by 100 pixels.
I had the Sir Avatar from the old CGS forums. Like that was an animated version of me, but it wasn't actually me.
Yeah. So that's what I propose for next year. Turning 21. Okay. Get Dono in a room.
All right.
Give him that cognitive dissonance. Freak him out.
We can make that work.
Although he's been on Zoom with us longer than anything, he probably would be fine.
Oh my God. So I kind of want to go into
I'm not picking on Donald. I just thought it was fun.
Oh, no, it's hilarious either way. So, for that matter. And if you haven't listened to the 20th, this is kind of going to be like a supplemental to that, but also we'll talk some X-Men 97. We'll talk some other shit and stuff like that. But my trip here was hell, at least to Florida. As those people on the podcast have not heard this story yet, the rescheduled flight that then left 6 hours later. Originally, I was supposed to be at Disney on Sunday. I'm very glad we did not do that because we didn't wind up back up until like nearly 3 a.m.
I will just say, as a Floridian, I would avoid arriving in the afternoon if you can.
Okay.
Because the thunderstorms will screw you.
Oh, no, that makes perfect sense. However, money. That's the entire reason why we booked it.
Oh, yes. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you have the inclination to come.
I also would not fly on July 4th again because it's not like I got to see any fireworks, which is why we stayed late for Magic Kingdom because like I the entire time I'm like, I'm going to see some freaking fireworks. Like, I don't care. I don't care if it's not July 4th anymore. I'm going to see some freaking fireworks.
I want to know the story about the employee telling you it costs him more money to not launch fireworks than to launch them.
Oh, my God. Yeah, all right. So I'll get there. Let me start off with this. So we're supposed to fly out on the 4th in the afternoon.
No trains here.
But trucks.
But loud trucks.
It's okay because if I use AI, you might not be able to hear it. So we'll see about that.
Truck noise.
Exactly. Eliminate all truck noise. We'll see what happens. But
eliminate my college degree in audio engineering.
Yeah. I have a TV radio major and I use AI. Yeah, it makes me sad inside, but it works. Hey, come on. Before that, I levelated, so it's just sort of like the next level of advancement. But no, I was supposed to fly out in the afternoon, as you said. Bad idea, and I learned it the hard way. They moved our gate 3 times, and then finally, right as we're about to get on they're making the announcement. Okay, get ready to get on. Oh, cancel flight. Okay, great. Get booked on a flight 6 hours later. Supposed to leave at 8. Supposed to land in Tampa at 1 a.m. We land, and my bag ain't there. Because they didn't tell me that I needed to go get my bag to put it on the new flight. And, I just got my bag. Today we're recording this on Friday. I just got my bag on Wednesday.
So you have more clean clothes than you know what to do with?
I do. That's very true. Luckily, I was at least going to a place that's sort of a home away from home, so I still had some clothes there that I was able to use.
I was about to suggest perhaps you leave a shirt and some shorts here.
Yes. I had some shorts. I then also went to Walmart and purchased the very shorts that I'm wearing right now because Wranglers are pretty comfy, I must say. But yes, so learned that the hard way. We went to Disney, got to do all the Star Wars rides. They do not stop being fun. Have you been on it since they did the Mandalorian and Grogu wrap for... Okay, so Smuggler's Run now has a Mandalorian and Grogu theme to it. So, like, rather it be, like, more recent movies, now they're doing Mandalorian and Grogu.
Really confusing to walk through the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Only to get greeted by Grogu.
Fair. Yes, I guess you could say that this is, I guess, like right after Jedi, because that's when that's supposed to be taking place. But they decided that the later movies are no longer relevant in these lands, like a little while ago. So they're kind of like trying to like slightly phase that shit out.
Hey, Kylo Ren turned out to be a crybaby, so everybody was like, you know what, I'm done with you.
Did you know he has an 8-pack though? He does. He has a full 8-pack right there. Thank you for the SNL reference there. Did you know that Kylo Ren has an 8-pack? That was the
I've seen it, but I don't remember these things.
It's the Undercover Boss episode.
No, I know, but I don't remember the lines. I've seen it multiple times, but I don't.
Fair enough.
I'm bad at quoting stuff.
You are bad at quoting stuff. You are good at remembering things. You're just not good at quoting things.
I got called. Apparently, my call sign is Bad Girlfriend because I bring up old stuff.
Okay.
Apparently.
Okay. And rom-coms.
I like rom.
Yeah,
a good rom-com.
There you go. There you go. No, but they kept Rise of the Resistance as it is because like that is all more recent.
Kylo Ren themed.
Right, but you can play around with the Millennium Falcon a little bit just because that's existed for as long as it has.
Yeah, it's all digital.
Yeah, and Star Tours also like has a little bit of like old and new.
I like the Star Tours randomness of it.
I like that too. I also like that you never wait more than 5 minutes for it.
Well, yeah, because it's not the cool Star Wars ride anymore.
And there's like 7 bays.
There's a lot.
So there's plenty of room for people to go in and do what they got to do and then go out.
I think the biggest problem with Rise of Resistance is they have the one troop carrier that does that flip.
Yes.
That you're not even aware of because
Yeah.
it's so slow.
Mhm.
And I think if they had more of those, they could move people through that line faster.
You're not wrong. Yeah. I bit the bullet and I did the lightning lane for that, which also was delightful because it took us maybe 4 minutes to get through the queue. I remember the joy of going after hours and not having to wait at all and go through the regular queue and get to experience that. But it would have been 75 minutes otherwise.
It's not too bad for that, though.
That's not too bad, yeah. To point
That's
out...
kind of the limit.
It kind of is. All right.
90 minutes, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Under 90, maybe. An hour, I'm like, let's go.
We were with one of Martha's cousins, young girl who had never been to Hollywood studios, and we were like, I don't know if she can actually deal with a 75-minute wait. So that's why we made the decision to go ahead and do that there. For Magic Kingdom, though, we didn't buy a lightning lane until I managed to grab one for Tron, and then rode that. Tron's a great ride that lasts 8 seconds.
It is an awfully long line for as short of a ride as
It is, yeah. Like, I kind of forgot how short it is until I was on it, and I was like, wait a minute, that's it? There's no more?
Yeah, you really should do 2 loops.
Yeah. Actually, now that you mention that, like, if it went backwards, I'd be okay with that. Because then you get to experience it, twice a little bit. But it's not the way it rolls. But either way, had a good time at Star Wars, had a good time at Magic Kingdom, and now I'm sitting here after drinking some beer and eating some pizza with Mr. Casina. Let's talk X-Men 97.
I've never read anything, so I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, see, that's what's interesting, man. Like, I had forgotten that your introduction to the X-Men
It was the cartoon?
was the cartoon and Grant Morrison.
I started reading with Morrison.
Yeah.
And even then I was like, eh. I mean, I like the first 2 arcs.
Yeah, because you were DC first, and then
I
you
got to the end of his run with Silvestri, and I was like, I don't know what this is.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I'd seen all the. I don't think I saw every season of X-Men 97 because I know there's 5 seasons.
Yeah.
But I was flipping through on Disney Plus when it came on there 2 years ago or whatever, and I was like, I really think I only remember things happening through season 2 or 3.
Last season is a complete piece of trash. We were talking about that on the CT chat a little bit. And I think Brandon made a post about it on his Facebook also. Like, they changed animation studios and they slashed the budget, and like it just was not the same show in the last season. Really, the only thing that you need to know in the last episode, Professor Xavier, quote unquote, dies. He gets better, obviously, because in X-Men 97 he's back, but that explains the whole, Magneto turn and him wanting to be like a part of the X-Men and stuff like that. But the rest of that season, not worth it. No bueno. X-Men 97, however, is amazing. Like, not just the animation, but also just the storytelling.
I'm really curious for season 3 when there's no more Beau DeMayo influence to see how it works out.
But we're kind of halfway there. Whoa, living on an X-Men prayer.
He wrote, well, I don't know about wrote, but
yeah,
he was producing season 1 and 2 and got that batch done apparently before season 1 premiered, and he got fired. From
what I had remember from the interviews that I've read with him, unless he's changed his story since.
And realize we only know this guy's name because he's making a stink. He was made a stink about it then and made a stink about it again.
Yeah. And I do feel like there's more story there that we're going to need to find out at some point, not just related to him, but also, Disney in general or whatever. We may not find that out until X-Men 97 no longer is a thing. And other writers that are on it may be able to talk about it more or whatnot. But from what I remember, he gave basic ideas and concepts for season 2, but they didn't wind up eventually going with what he had. Because, he wanted to do, from what I know, he wanted to do straight up Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, I don't know. We will see.
Yeah.
The tale will get written when it's over. If season 3 takes, we will be searching for Beau DeMayo like we're searching for Mitch McConnell right now.
That's very true.
You're like, come back to us. Where are you at?
And now you know officially when this episode is being recorded because that is fresh in our minds.
It's Schrodinger's senator.
Yeah, exactly.
Is he alive or dead? He's neither, or both.
Is he both? Is he none? The world will have to find out in the not too distant
We will
future.
not know until August 5th.
So you've never read The Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix.
Never read anything of that age.
Okay. So you never went back and read anything before that?
Never.
Wow. Okay. All right. See, and
It's so much. Like, you're like,
Yeah.
Claremont has a great run. You're like, yeah, cool. I'll go check it out. And then you're like, wait, that's 17 years of X-Men.
yes, it is.
I don't know if I can read 17 years.
Really, all you need to do is read Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, and like maybe up 2 Days of Future Past and then past it. Like, once you do that, that's your essential Chris Claremont. If you want to read the Australian years, fine. That's when you get more Silvestri and stuff like that in his early years, and it's fun and interesting. But really, the Claremont that matters is Dark Phoenix Saga, introduction of Kitty Pryde, Days of Future Past. Mostly when he was working with Byrne. Like that's the key.
That's the key word.
That's the key Claremont, essentially. Yeah.
All right.
Because I mean, you're coming from a guy who, I mean, again, one of my first comics was Uncanny X-Men number 300, and that was, mid 90s. So like all this shit is exactly what I remember because that's when I was reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I own The Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix. I read The Age of Apocalypse, and I was there for it as it was happening, and every single time I hear something like, we have to go back to the 90s. I'm like, yeah, we do have to go back to the 90s. It was pretty cool there. It was pretty cool. I had a good time.
New metal's coming back. The 90s are back.
That's true. Linkin Park.
Limp Bizkit is saying they're as big as they've ever been.
Are they?
Places.
Are they, though? Are they really?
Maybe in terms of ticket sales.
Oh, my God. Also, Fred Durst.
They get their own streaming numbers, so I'm sure that's probably more accurate than radio airplay. I don't know.
Fred Durst looks like a great uncle right now. Like, I've seen him in movies more recently. Like, dude does not look like the Fred Durst that I imagine he would look like at this point.
Sometimes you just get too much nookie, and it just takes it out of you.
And then you take that cookie and stick it up your,
Yeah.
Oh my God. A reminder, I'm going to see Guns N' Roses and Public Enemy in a few weeks. Talk about people who have aged really well.
If Axl is sober, you'll have a great show.
Axl, last I checked, is sober, yes. Although he still does look like Sam Kinison last I checked.
Yeah,
so.
he's always been a strange looking one.
No, I know, yeah. The animation, by the way, of X-Men 97 is just as good as the story for me. We were talking about that when we were eating and drinking earlier, that I mean, I love Invincible, don't get me wrong, but this is better animation than Invincible.
Yeah, I noticed people complaining about the Invincible animation while the season was airing, and I think I started to notice it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then watching X-Men 97 and Jubilee do a fucking full-on Black Widow and, what'd you say, Daredevil hallway scene.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Against X-Factor and all those goons. I was like, yeah, this is better than Invincible animation.
Not to mention them fully animating the X-Force 97 intro.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it was so good. It was so damn good. I'm not, honestly, like, my brain still can't fathom the fact that you haven't gone back and read any of the stuff from the 70s.
I haven't gone back and read any old Spider-Man.
No, that's true.
I'm just like, hey, when I started is when I started. Yeah. I know of some of the stories, but like I've never read Inferno or I want to say what there's.
But you've done that for DC though, right? Like you've gone back and read like older DC.
I've gone back and read Crisis.
Yeah,
and that's it.
That's it. Wow. Okay. All right. Interesting. You never read like
I read Year One.
Like you never read like Hard Traveling Heroes or anything like that. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right.
Because I feel like the knowledge you need is that those were important and they were existed, but that's it. Like you don't need. There's no trivia about Hard Traveling Heroes issue number 2.
Well, it's not necessarily the trivia.
They talk about it existing, but there's not like a story point that you need to go and read.
No,
at least in that particular thing to go read. Or
but it's like going back and reading the Odyssey or the Iliad. Like these things are classics for a reason. Like these are classic comic books.
But you can go and read a newer translation of the Odyssey or the Iliad and it not feel ancient, whereas like those have the writing and the art.
Yeah.
Not to say the art's bad, but they're both of a certain style, of a certain age.
Right.
Like you going back and reading the Golden Age stuff, you'd be like, this is
oh my God.
A slog.
I want you to read some Stan Lee just so you can feel the way I feel, okay? Because, like, Stan, no. Like, a lot of his dialogue, no bueno. Like, that's not working for me. However, you go a little bit further and you get to Jerry Conway, recently passed Jerry Conway. That's some good shit. Like, that's some actual, like, really well written storytelling. And I would say the same for Claremont as well. Like, yeah, there's some stuff that's a bit wordy, and yeah, there's stuff that may not work every now and then, but for the most part, it's character driven and it's well executed. So, your mileage may vary. Give yourself, you have a YouTubes. You could go back in time a little bit and start doing like a retro Thursday or something like that.
So long to read that Green Lantern compendium. If I take 6 issues of Claremont, it's going to take me just as long. It's so wordy.
Oh my God. The other thing I did while I was down here, slightly comic book related. I mean, it's animation related, so I guess I'll say it. I went and saw the live action Moana, which means I saw the animated Moana.
So you spent $50 you didn't need to spend.
Au contraire, my friend. I am an AMC A-list member, okay? So that was one of my A-list selections. Martha is also A-list. We go to the movies enough where it makes sense. So I only paid for a child and a senior because Martha's mom was there and the kid. So yeah. Popcorn. How much was popcorn? That's a good question. Popcorn I think was maybe 10, and I did borrow both a large drink and a small drink. All right, fine. So in the end, maybe I did spend $50, but
rest my case.
Yeah. At the same time, though, we got to see it in the big theater too at Disney Springs. So it was a nice, huge theater, even if it wasn't an IMAX or whatever, and it was a nice, pretty screen. It was a good experience. It was like watching Moana, because it was Moana. It was shot-by-shot Moana. That's all it was.
I don't need to see these remakes. I don't. You don't need to see them.
It's such a freaking cash grab. It's so dishonest at this point.
I think people are tired enough of The Rock that this movie's going to bomb.
Yes, but at the same time, do you know the story behind Moana 2 and how that got made?
Yes.
And how it was originally...
It still did very well.
Oh, yeah. It did over $1 billion, dude.
But I think also, too, like, there's something about it, CGI cartoon for kids.
Yeah.
Is more appealing than the live action.
I would agree with you. Little Mermaid tanked, which is one of the reasons why they made Moana 2. Because, again, Moana 2 was a movie. Not the first time Disney's done that. Atlantis, originally, the sequel to Atlantis was going to be an animated series that they then turned into a straight-to-DVD movie instead because Atlantis tanked, which is also why we didn't get... that was actually originally going to cross over with Gargoyles. Frickin' Demona was supposed to show up in that as the series went forward. But as a devoted fan of Atlantis, otherwise known as Disney's version of Stargate, I really enjoyed that and was sad to see that it turned into what it was. But they did that with Moana 2. They turned it into Moana 2 from the animated series, and it made $1 gajillion. And I think this is going to make $1 gajillion too, unfortunately. They're going to take the wrong idea. Frozen live action's coming, I'm telling you.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But at least it'll be different people.
Yes, unless they wind up getting Idina Menzel to somehow play her, which would make zero sense.
Kristen Bell is, she's in her 40s. Idina Menzel, I don't know how, she's in her 50s. Like, you're not going to get them to play young princesses looking for love.
That's true. Oh, also the singing in the live action was not nearly as good, I feel like. I mean, outside the girl that played Moana, good actress, did a good enough job. Not nearly as strong a voice as the original Moana.
I can't wait to watch this at home and watch The Rock struggle to sing live, just the way that I heard him all those years ago. Like, you're struggling to act and sing correctly now,
and
you still look like you're pulling teeth.
What can I say except no nipples?
Fake muscles. What can I say except fake muscles?
Also, why do you need to put fake muscles on The Rock?
Yeah.
He is The Rock.
There's not like a sheet you can print out to put all those tattoos on every day?
You would think so.
Or I bet you they put tracking markers on those rubber nipples instead, so they could animate that little dude on his chest, right? Was he there?
Yes. Yeah. Also, ho or whatever the name of the chicken. The chicken was there. Yeah.
Awful chicken.
Still played by Alan Tudyk.
Was no one else available?
I'm just making chicken noises, dude.
I'm just saying. There could be too.
I mean, there could be, yeah, but Alan Tudyk needs that money, man. He needs that check. They ain't making Firefly 3.
They didn't make Firefly 2. Serenity 2.
Serenity Now. Serenity 2, Serenity Now. That'd be a great fucking name.
The Firefly panels died after Joss Whedon got canceled.
They're apparently making some sort of, if not like a audio book or something, like there's a revival. Also, Boom just got was it Boom or Dynamite? Dynamite just got the Firefly license.
Joss Whedon, Kevin Spacey, Armie Hammer.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Directed by Uwe Boll.
Wow. Are you just going to call it Bomb?
No, I'm gonna
or Tax Write-Off?
No, and then we're gonna it's gonna be edited by Jamal.
Oh.
Since him and Uwe Boll are real tight.
Oh yeah, they're bros. Yeah, absolutely. Why would you do that to Jamal? Why would you? Why would
Jamal an opportunity to spread his wings? You know how he likes to do different things every once in a while.
Speaking of which, I'm shockingly looking forward to that Street Fighter movie. I think it's actually it might actually be good.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah.
I saw Mortal Kombat 2,
so
and it was not great.
I think I liked it better than the first one. It actually had a story, unlike the first one.
It was cheesy in the right ways, but at the same time, I was like, I could have done without your selection for Johnny Cage. Like, I know you had to find somebody to sell the movie, but I think we could have gone with a younger, instead of a washed-up Johnny Cage. Could have gone for a younger Johnny Cage. You
know who
You could have made Johnny Cage an influencer rather than like a movie star. I don't know.
Oh God, now I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Crap, I just had the name in my head. Who voiced him in the animated?
Joel McHale.
Yeah, thank you. I would have been okay with Joel McHale in live action. Like I think that may have actually shockingly worked. I would have been way okay with that.
I bought that animated Johnny Cage standalone movie. The last animated one they did of the Mortal Kombat ones. That's the only one I have not watched.
Really?
I don't know why. Because I love the first two.
Yeah.
I watched the Snowblind one. I think I fell asleep and then started over and then fell asleep and started over. Fell asleep and started over. Eventually, I finished the movie.
Yeah.
Just in many different spurts. I don't know what happens in it.
You just described so many YouTube videos that because like Martha has to go to sleep way earlier than I do. So there'll be times where I go into the living room and I'm like, all right, time to catch up on my quote unquote stories.
I'm gonna watch BK's Bullets.
Yeah.
Fall asleep.
Go ahead and put it on. Hey everybody, it's time for BK.
Every 15 minutes, the jolt of the opening music.
No, my favorite, it's not quite like that, but my favorite is when you're on a flight. Holy shit, wow.
He just saw us podcasting and he's like, you know what?
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, comic timing. No.
He's a fan.
Yeah, clearly. My favorite is when you're listening to a album on a flight and you have your headphones on and you're on track 1 and you fall asleep and all of a sudden you wake up on track 12 and you're like, time passed?
Yes, it did.
It's like, okay, why not? Yeah, that's the best for me. What else are you looking forward to movie-wise other than brand new day this summer?
Dune 3.
Oh,
did you see that trailer?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So for everyone who's not read Dune, this is Dune Messiah. This is the second book. Sometimes called the worst book of the Dune. Well, I haven't read all 6. I've read Dune, Dune Messiah, and Children of Dune.
Dune 2, the Dunening.
So Dune Messiah, the book, is all about how, like, Paul is he's the protagonist of the story, but he's not a good guy.
Right.
So this is the movie where you're like, oh man, the guy we rooted for and voted for is not great.
Wow. Kind
of like half the country right now.
It's going to make Dune great again. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So
we're outdoors.
It'll be an interesting movie.
I think that
I'm not trying to give stuff away. But...
No. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Don't get me wrong, because I love the first two. I think they did a great job with that. And this is, it's interesting because like you think of the Star Wars model, like you think of like in the first one, like it's set up. In the second one, bad things are supposed to happen. In the third one, success. I feel like this story is going to very much be the complete opposite of that. We're like, success, movie 2.
Oh, yeah.
Third.
This is the Revenge of the Sith in that Star Wars analogy.
Ooh, okay.
For Paul.
All right. I get it. And
judging by the trailer, you should see exactly why, because there was a lot of Silvestri in the trailer. I just did the X.
Nice. Oh my God. Well, and hey, Shyamalan has done his best to no longer talk about ballet or opera, so people will go see this one, and
Great.
Maybe that'll help his Oscar chances once this is all said and done. Who the hell knows? Speaking of awards, did you see who got nominated for an Emmy? Yaya for Wonder Man.
I did see that.
Yeah, it's nice to see Wonder Man getting recognition.
Did you watch Wonder Man?
Yes, I very much did.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed Wonder Man. I thought Wonder Man was excellent.
I think Doorman was a great episode.
Damn right.
And I think Wonder Man was a great series.
Yeah. Didn't we talk about it on the podcast? Yeah, we did. Our I Wonder Man episode.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think that it also is well deserving of a second season. That's going to happen. I don't know where the hell it's going to go after the first season ended the way it did, but I'm interested to see where we're going to go. I think that of the series that have happened so far,
Pause for truck.
vroom, it's kind of weirdly the most deserving, just for the character development and growth throughout the entire series.
I still would like a Moon Knight season 2,
Yes, I don't think we'll ever get it.
but that's the only one I'm looking for. Moon Knight season 2, Wonder Man season 2.
Yeah. I would love to see more Moon Knight. I just don't think it's ever going to happen. For many reasons.
Hey, he can go and find time to do Beef season 2 that no one's watching and didn't get promoted at all. Why can't we have a Moon Knight season 2?
When Beef season 2 came out, I said to myself, there's a Beef season 2?
That's what my wife said. She goes, oh, there's Beef season 2? And I said, it's not the same story. They're trying to make it like White Lotus.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
But what's the hook? People fight. White Lotus's hook is here's a nice resort porn for places you'll never go to because you can't afford it.
I want season...
And they're terrible people.
I want season 3 to be called Imitation Beef. They're all vegans.
Beyond Beef.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Impossible Beef.
Impossible Beef.
Yeah, why not? We can roll with that. We can make it happen. Yeah. But I think that it's not the first Marvel show to be nominated for an Emmy, right? Because I think Loki got nominated.
Did WandaVision get something?
Yeah, I think WandaVision. I think maybe WandaVision and Loki may have gotten them
but no one's got nominated for acting.
That's true. Yeah, in the Emmys, yeah. Especially because, I mean, hell, I would have said D'Onofrio was deserving. To be honest with you,
I think he was deserving in the first 2 seasons of the Netflix show back in the day, not for what he's doing now.
Okay.
The stuff he's doing now is very
over the top.
It's over the top. It's cartoonish. But I mean, they're writing him as the fucking kingpin.
No, I know. Also, we've been rewatching early Criminal Intent as our bedtime watching, and I'm thinking to myself as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh my God, he is the same character. It's like if the character from Criminal Intent became the Kingpin of New York. That is absolutely what happened.
I think that's how these things happen, where they're like, hey, we're going to get so-and-so to do this. And you're like, that's great. And they're like, but actually, this guy does one character. Gosh, who is it? There's many actors. You just watch their stuff over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Like Tom Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise...
Oh,
very little change in character, except for don't bring up Tropic Thunder.
No. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say I finally saw the frickin' trailer, the one that Chris hated, of Tom Cruise retrospective.
Oh, yeah.
It's finally happening. Now. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
A lot of Tom Cruise movies, I feel like, are the same.
Yeah.
Who's the guy? Oh, the new blonde-haired actor.
Oh.
How to Make a Killing, Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell, yeah.
It's the same.
How to Make a Killing was okay. It was not great, but it was okay.
I didn't like that ending.
I agree with you. Also, there was a Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder, the musical that came out a couple of years ago, and it's basically that, only better. So, yeah.
So I think there have types, and maybe we just didn't know since we weren't watching Criminal Intent that he was the type. Like,
Dun, dun.
dun, dun.
I'll tell you though, some great nighttime watching. Just right as you're about to find out who the killer is, fall asleep, wake up.
There's
3 episodes later.
There's been
like,
many an episode of SVU where I'm like, what happened? Oh, I fell asleep for 15 minutes. Fuck! Right at the end.
Which, by the way, Mariska Hargitay hosting the Emmys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm very happy about that. Yeah. She's finally it's weird for me to say she's finally having her moment considering she's been on SVU as long as she has, but like I feel like culturally she's having her moment.
She got the touch of Taylor from that Knicks game, bro. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's it.
Yo, don't get me started. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. But she was recently on Broadway and like she's widening her berth significantly. So I'm very happy to see that a New York staple and a New York Knicks fan. Those of you watching the audio of this don't see, there's no video this time. Sorry, guys, that I'm currently wearing my Knicks shirt, but I am because it's white and it's hot in Florida. So that's why. Also, go Knicks.
Knicks.
Knicks. Thank you for that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Let's go back to 20 years. Give me some of your highlights. Because we didn't really talk on like highlights that we had.
Highlights. You're gonna make me remember stuff.
Yeah,
See, this is
on,
where
dude.
I'm awful.
I know. Which is exactly why I'm asking you.
I think I don't know. There was a legendary fight with Julian Lytle. I think that was probably
Yeah. Let's talk about all of them. Jeez, man.
just because you brought it up on the last episode.
Yeah. That is some of my favorite. Like, we did talk about that a little bit, how you would have fights over multiple episodes.
Yes. Because he would be on one and I would be off, and then something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Man of Steel.
Man of Steel's up there.
BVS.
Yeah.
Justice League, like those.
I think our interview with Mark Wade, that was pretty damn good.
I remember sitting up in my apartment when we did that for the Traveler book.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That was good.
The one that he did with Stan Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that was awesome. Because we got to talk things other than just the Traveler, which has now been lost to time.
Yes.
Even though I think I forget what company recently reissued those, but it wasn't the original company that had them. But they, in previews, I saw that they had finally brought that back into print in one way or the other.
Okay.
But no, that's definitely up there. Man of Steel is up there. Weird.
The MegaCon episodes?
MegaCon episodes, yeah. Because that was our first time, like, in person.
Meeting everybody, that was so much fun.
Yep. You weren't a part of them, but basically every single Super Show recording. Every single Super Show recording is fucking up there, man. Because, like, we were off the chain stupid in those episodes.
There was a moment in time last year where I was going to pull the trigger.
What? I know.
Things happen.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
That's a low light.
But at the same time, highlight would be going back to doing this shit almost full time. Like almost every other week. I think that's.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you. You're doing all right.
I try.
You're doing all right, buddy. You're doing all right. No, but I think that this is kind of like in some ways almost like a revolution of the show. Like. I
think our park episodes are great.
Yes.
The in-person ones.
They are. They are.
Come down to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They're great.
Yep. Especially the cars, I may just leave the cars in, like screw AI removal or anything like that. As long as I can hear you, then I may very well leave the cars in this episode.
If you're not going to get our jokes if you take the cars out.
That's true.
Pause for truck.
Yeah.
Pause for truck.
That will be the name of this episode, by the way. Pause for truck. I think is 100% what this episode is going to be called.
If this was a real cat cafe, you could spell it PAWS. Pause. Like. Cat pause.
Pause for truck. That's good.
What is it?
I'm gonna have to look it up when we're done recording here to see what the hell Lucky
Kitty Dim Sum on the sign.
Oh, dim sum. Okay. Which explains why it's not open.
That's why it's one of those like arm cats.
I see. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That Raph doesn't have in his house.
Oh my God.
Not at all.
That would also be a moment. The My Parents Are Dead episode with Raph, where he just said it like so many times that we wound up doing a contest
that was not
around
one
it.
Episode.
That there was one episode in particular where he said it so many times that we literally made a contest, and I think Ziggo won it, if I remember correctly. Those were some good times, man. Those were some good times. All right, so that wasn't even a truck. That wasn't even a truck. That was a very loud car.
That was an old Ford.
Shit needs a muffler, man.
Well, that guy was hanging out. He got the windows down.
Oh my
it's
God.
a nice, cool 80 degrees outside.
Yeah,
80,
but
it's hotter than that.
No, it's got
79.
No, that's not bad.
All right.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, it's nice for it to be night and not raining, which has very much been my existence here since I got here a couple days ago. Yes, I know it's July, but still, like, anytime between July and September, it's going to be the rainy season.
Good weather back with me from California.
Well, you've had a drought here in Florida.
It has been, yes, not very wet.
Yeah.
Not very wet. Because I had to put water in my pool. Normally, I don't have to.
Yeah.
So that my pool is evaporating.
Oh, no.
I'm not getting the rainwater to refill it.
No.
Fast.
How dare you?
Just a smidge.
Just a smidgen? Just a little smidgen? Yeah.
Just a small amount.
Oh, my God. What you been reading the past couple days?
Nothing, actually.
You didn't read anything on your trip?
I did not read anything on my trip.
Okay.
I have... It's loaded up to bear.
Mm-hmm.
I read nothing.
Wow.
I finished that Green Lantern compendium before my trip.
Okay.
I recorded a video.
Yeah.
I posted it.
Uh-huh.
And that's it.
Okay. Where did the compendium end, by the way?
The compendium contains Green Lantern Rebirth
Okay.
through Green Lantern Core
Mhm.
with Darker Side of Green, where
Okay.
Keith Champagne writes, and
Got it.
what's his face? Guy Gardner and the Butterfly Girl go to a secret planet, and then they get purple powers.
Right.
Kill somebody.
Yeah.
And Guy's not cut out for it.
Is it just me, or has Guy Gardner been everything on the Green Lantern spectrum?
And then, Green Lantern ended with the 1 year later storyline it did. Revenge of the Green Lanterns, and then Wanted
Okay.
with the Justice League. That ended, and then it went through Ion number 12.
Mm-hmm.
So that's done and dusted.
All right. Okay. That's not bad. I shockingly have not read much either. Otherwise, I would be talking about it. I brought the iPad with me under the full idea that, like, I'd be falling asleep to that. However, kind of forgot I'd be getting home from Disney at like 1 a.m. and not want to do anything but sleep.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Like, I had this idea, I had this concept, I had this premise, and I have not followed it in any way.
No.
Yeah. Because I'd like to catch up on in particular, the DC stuff that I haven't read. I'm way behind on my absolutes at this point.
I'm behind like by 3 weeks in what I normally read.
Yeah.
So, or a month. I've had multiple months. Well, I mean, X-Men's X-Men. Like,
Yeah,
I got
yeah. Nah, it's
multiple
fine.
months of that shit.
Meanwhile, they've been talking about they very well might be another reboot coming for the X-Men. Like,
Great. Maybe
yeah.
it'll be good.
Okay, I still say I'm enjoying the Gail Simone stuff. I'm not 100% on Uncanny. I'm sorry, not Uncanny. Adjectiveless. Adjectiveless is so, but Uncanny is still interesting to me.
Here's what I'm tired of.
Yes.
Marvel launching a book
Yes.
with an artist.
Uh-huh.
And then said artist
3
maybe
issues later.
can't keep up with the schedule or whatever.
So what
And
you're saying is you're tired of comics.
Marvel... No, it's Marvel in particular.
Uh-huh.
Marvel then hires an artist that
Mhm.
looks like said artist.
Oh, no.
And now, like, you could go, let me give you the most recent issue of Adjectiveless X-Men in Alaska, right?
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, without looking at the credits, is
Mhm.
this Ryan Stegman
Yeah.
or is this the other guy?
And it was the other guy?
And you'd be like, I don't know. Well, kind of looks like Stegman. I'm like, no, that's Netho Diaz. Remember how I was like raging on
Yes.
Paco Diaz years ago?
I remember.
Because he was the awesome villain guy?
Right.
Fucking new guy, Netho Diaz.
Okay.
Probably his cousin or his son. I don't know. Just assuming.
Inigo Montoya is the next
Yeah.
the next guy to come up. Yeah.
But credit to Netho Diaz
Yeah.
doing a great fucking job
Yeah.
on a mediocre book.
I was just talking to you about, I think I mentioned this not too long ago about how, Stuart Immonen aping Brian Hitch's style that one time. Like,
Yeah.
certain artists can be very good mimics if given the opportunity to be so.
Marvel launching Ultimate Spider-Man,
Yes.
Jonathan Hickman,
Yep.
with Chichetto
Yep.
on there.
Mm-hmm.
And Chichetto had done a lot of issues of Daredevil in a row.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, gets on Spider-Man,
Yeah.
biggest book career.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to bring in Chris Messina, who looks nothing like Chichetto.
No.
But to his credit, and I told him, he was at
Still
MegaCon, I was like,
did a great job. Yeah.
you're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You carried that book.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, thanks.
Good.
I'm like, oh, someone recognized that I actually
hope...
wrote. He probably did more issues of that than or equal amount.
In the end, he probably did because
it's neck and neck.
Yeah, Chichetto I think was gone probably by about issue 12. Not
and I get it. Everybody needs a vacation.
Yeah.
Everybody needs something to do.
No.
But at the same time, here's why I say it's only Marvel, because currently at DC, you got Nick Dragata. He's taking breaks on Absolute Batman.
Yep.
But they're planning it out, or maybe his style is just not as detailed. Obviously, he's got a lot of anime influences. That guy's older than us, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Go Google Nick Dragata.
Interesting. Wow.
He's an old. No, he's not an old man. He's an older gentleman.
And when he can't finish a book, Neil Piccata steps in. And then when Dan Mora can't finish a book, Mandora steps in.
So then at the same, so you got Nick Dragata being very consistent but taking breaks, but they're writing around those breaks, right?
Right.
At the same time, you got Dan Mora doing 2 books a month, taking breaks in between around the writing and things like that.
Right.
Like Dan Mora didn't do the crossover because he took a break to do all the other stuff he's doing, right?
And all 87 covers
he was doing Transformers and all the covers, and then you got Jorge Jimenez on Batman.
Yep.
I would be willing to bet. Like, to me, everybody's on the Dan Mora. Everybody's riding Dan Mora's dick right now.
Of course.
Dan Mora.
Yes.
I'm gonna be like, have you guys seen Jorge Jimenez?
He's damn good.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah. And he could draw well.
And he could draw great.
Exactly.
And I think Dan Mora just came out of nowhere because he was doing Once and Future, which I was reading.
Yeah.
And unexpectedly...
And Power Rangers.
And yes, did Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And then boom, World's Finest. And then boom, Justice League. Boom, biggest thing in the world. Now he's doing Superman 2, right?
Yeah.
But Jorge Jimenez did Super Sons, which I did not read, but many people did. They've reprinted that omnibus like 6 different times.
They have.
So it must be doing well.
Did really well for them.
He did Justice League with Snyder. And then did the Batman stuff with Tynan.
Yeah.
And has not left Batman.
Yeah.
He's been on Batman since he came on, I think, with Joker War, which is Tynan's second arc.
And honestly, all of his redesigns are amazing.
Yeah, and he's still on Batman. And the guy's doing a great... Like, he has breaks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, for me, DC figured out how to keep their artists on a book long term.
And not to mention that he also did the Superman Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And that was damn good too.
That was great.
Yeah.
And it seems like Marvel can't figure out how to do that.
Marvel can't figure out a lot of things right now. They can't even figure out how to have John Romita Jr. do a cover to Amazing Spider-Man and not have the internet somehow force them to get rid of it, even though that shit wasn't that bad. I understood what they were doing. I understood the general premise of what he was aiming for.
Here's Brent's hot take.
Hold on.
I agree with the internet.
Oh, no.
That cover did suck.
Oh, no. Okay.
The only thing saving that, because here's, I think, what happened.
Right.
People are like, this cover's weird.
Yeah.
Marvel's like, all right, I think you're right.
It's from the looking up perspective.
Then they posted the pencils.
Yeah.
And then, then they're like, oh, yeah, it's painted by Paulo Rivera. Great artist by himself.
Yeah.
And I was like...
Just not great to do Romita.
All right, that's Romita.
Yeah.
Doing a regular cover.
Yeah.
Not a, hey, man, this is a Spider-Man 1000.
Right.
He's like, regular cover. All right. Done.
Yeah.
In the bank. Here's one. You want a Romita cover? Here's one. That's kind of what those pencils felt like to me.
Right.
But maybe it was like, I don't have to do so much because Rivera's going to paint over, right?
Yeah.
But to me, Rivera saved that cover and it's still mediocre. So I agree with the internet. I think that cover sucks.
I'm a bit surprised there wasn't an Alex Ross variant. Just considering that Alex Ross does all these covers for Marvel, and it's Amazing Spider-Man issue 1000.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I agree with the internet on that one. I'm like, it's a mediocre cover. For it to be cover A, I'm like, yeah, I'm
all right.
Because then they get Pepe Larraz. Does he turn in I think he turned in a better cover.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it's still like a, oh wow cover.
Yeah.
But no.
I think also one thing that Marvel needs to do now that they've reached issue 1000, can we please stop with the double, triple, quadruple shipping in a month? Because There's many reasons why I'm not caught up on Spider-Man, and that is the main reason, more than anything else. If you put out that many extra issues in a month, DC's guilty of it too, to a point with some of the shipping, but not nearly as much.
I don't think DC double ships anything.
There were a couple in more recent previews. Not a lot, but like usually if it's an event month,
right,
they'll put out the regular issue and the event month issue of the same book.
DC does annuals pretty regularly.
That is true, but an annual is an annual. That's its own thing. Just Marvel's a lot more guilty of it, especially when it comes to the X books and the Spider-Man books. Like, you do not need double shipping like that.
Well, the Spider-Man one I get because they were at one point in time. Remember, this is the whole reason we're going to triple ship
brand new day. Yep.
Brand new day, because we're canceling everything else. We're going to have one Spider-Man book. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
We're out of that realm now.
Yeah.
Because we have Dan Slott's Brand New Day Spider-Man.
Right. And mind you, Brand New Day, the movie, looks like it's going to break like every single box office record.
I'm not excited about this movie.
Really?
Not excited about it?
Is it?
Who's the villain? Who are we fighting?
I don't know.
You want me to get excited about Scorpion? Then show me the damn Scorpion. You want me to get excited about Tarantula? I need to see more than just you freeze framing the comic book page.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting excited about the movie maybe from a visual angle, because I'm seeing all these like Instagram things where they're flashing this trailer scene in the comic book page or cover.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I have not watched a trailer yet that I'm like, ooh, this movie looks awesome.
So I'm pretty sure that in the end, the villain is probably going to wind up being Mr. Negative. And here's my reasoning for it, especially with the most recent trailer where we saw people like betraying their own personalities. Like, it seems like that might be where we're going with this. If I'm wrong, then whatever. But I also do not believe for a second, and if I'm wrong, I will eat my words, I do not believe for a second that Sadie Sink is Jean Grey. I think that's the internet up its own ass, believing all these quote-unquote leaks and stuff like that.
I mean, if it is, just get ready for the same thing as the internet on their video games kick. Why is Jean Grey not hot?
God.
God of War Lafayette, why is she not hot? I'm like, because she's a fucking ancient woman. There's no makeup.
Yeah. Seriously.
All these people have not seen women without makeup.
I know. But
not to say women without makeup aren't hot, but there's a difference between women with makeup and without makeup.
I know. And I think that Sadie Sink, when given the opportunity, can be pretty damn attractive, quite frankly.
If we were putting makeup on, we'd be a lot more attractive.
That's very true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do I put on?
And people would look at us and go, oh, and then we take it off and they go, ugh.
You're a former theater guy. You've put on makeup.
I've put on a little foundation and some eyeliner.
Exactly. You know, the guys in Sports Center used to go into the bathroom, put on their own makeup, go out and do the show. That's the way they used to do it. Before Bristol had enough money for a makeup person, they used to literally do it themselves. Thank you very much, Rich Eisen's podcast, that I'm enjoying very much. If you have not listened to This Was Sports Center, it is a damn fun time. He's having on a whole bunch of old Sports Center luminaries and reminiscing about days gone by.
Watching the clips online of him on the Roku channel or whatever, and it's like the lowest quality camera you could ever have. I'm like, dude, my iPhone takes better quality video than whatever the fuck you've got.
That's also because wait a minute, hold on. We gotta pause for Vroom Vroom. There we go. There you go. Boom.
Pause for Wizard Van, bro.
Wow. Wait a minute.
There was a painting on the side of that old box van.
Wow. Wait a minute. Wizard Van? That's where Wizard is right now? That's the last remaining money that Wizard Magazine has?
I'm surprised. Chris Pratt might have been in there. That might be the characters from Onward. You never know.
That is very possible. You never know. You really never know. But yeah, no, I think that I'm very hopeful for Brand New Day. I think that it could very well be a successful movie. But I also don't know where you go after this. Like, if Tom Holland is going to continue with the character after this fourth movie, when not a lot of franchises get to a fourth movie like this with the same person playing the character.
What happened to Thor?
I like that.
I liked God and Thunder too.
Yeah, I know. But
War and Thunder, Love and Thunder.
We're the ones. We're the two people who like that movie.
I don't know what the point was of doing away with the identity.
Yeah.
I get that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do away with your characters, your supporting cast, only to bring them right back.
Yeah. I think it could have probably used a movie in between, like of not having them, but
I know they're gonna be like, it's been 2 years, you know, since the last movie came out. So that's the time that Peter Parker's been living by himself and lonely. Like, I get it, but for us, like, narratively, one movie ends with, "We don't know you," and the next movie's like, "Hey, remember me, guys, baby."
Hey, if Zendaya's playing a version of MJ who's not actually Mary Jane, what if
Like,
Sadie?
we did this in movie 2. She figured out he was Spider-Man before he even had the chance to tell her.
What if Sadie Sink is playing Gwen? It's a possibility.
Spider?
Yeah, why not? She could be Spider-Gwen. She could be. I mean, she doesn't even have to be from that world when it comes down to. Which, by the way, I gotta go back to watching Spider Noir. I only watched the first 3 episodes.
I watched the first one, and I don't know if I'm gonna go back.
Really? You don't like it? Not your bag?
I think I was like, man, I don't know how they spent so much movie on this to look this bad.
First off, black and white or color?
I watched black and white.
Okay, all right. I enjoyed the black and white because it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's noir. That's what they're aiming for. You know, it's moody. It's got that whole old school detective flair to it and stuff like that. I do think the second episode is way better than the first. So if you want to maybe watch the second one and make your decision on it, and you don't like it there, then by all means.
I still got Fallout Season 2 to watch.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. The rest of the internet.
I keep forgetting about My Adventures with Superman until the fucking Comic Timing Chat brings it up again every week, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch this too.
You mean Moors?
Yeah, Moors.
Moors.
Like, what the hell is Moors? And I'm like, oh.
Hey, you guys!
Okay.
You guys caught up on Moors?
Is that Chris's acronym or Dono's acronym?
I think it was Dono's. I'm pretty sure it was Dono who came up with Moors. Oh my god! Yeah, and I still have an entire season worth to watch of that because I started season 3 before I even watched season 2.
I'm probably the only one on our crew that's watched Harley Quinn, but I'm still 2 seasons behind.
I love that show. And no, Chris has watched it.
Okay, well, we never.
Yeah, Chris has definitely watched Harley Quinn.
It was a guilty pleasure of mine, but it's not one that I'm like, I have to pay attention to this.
For that matter, Kite Man Hell Yeah is an excellent spinoff.
Okay, does that come in between 4 and 5?
Yes.
I got up to the Valentine special, and then I've not caught up from there.
When you get up to Kite Man and Poison Ivy no longer being a thing, that's where Kite Man comes in. Like, and Kite Man Hell Yeah is great. No notes. It's like a side season of Harley Quinn, and also Bane is a big part of it.
I love Clayface and Bane in that show.
Bane is my favorite character in Harley Quinn. Is it anything like the regular Bane? No, but I don't care.
Like, what's Bane's personality? You can't tell what he's saying. Okay. We're gonna go with that.
We're gonna roll with that. We're gonna and let's just go all in on Clayface being an actor, and then put out a horror movie based on Clayface.
You've ever
my
seen.
god! And I'm happy to see that that they're not going with Basil Karlo for the movie of Clayface. From what I've seen, it's not going to be Basil. Like as the main character.
See, I'm not so invested in the Clayface lore.
But I am invested. I am invested in the Chopper. For those of you who may not have heard it over the motorcycle, he says he's not invested in Clayface lore. Continue.
So I know a Clayface from the animated series, and then I was reading I think the first time I read an actual Clayface book that I can remember. Oh god! Oh, actually, no. There was the Clayface. It was No Man's Land.
Okay.
There was like a 3-parter with Poison Ivy and all that beautiful painted covers in the No Man's Land era. That was the first one.
That's true.
I don't know what version of that was. And then the next one, I think I was keeping track of.
I think that was the Matt Hagen one, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong.
The one that was buddies in Tynan's detective run with Azrael on the team.
See, that was good. That was good. That was good. I enjoy a good villain redemption arc, and I think Clayface had that.
But I don't know what his name was.
I don't
know what the difference is. And then there was oh gosh, what book was that? I feel like it was in one of the weird Batman Night Quests.
Yeah.
Was Clayface in there? There was a Clayface and a Lady Clayface.
Oh,
yes,
yes.
A guy with a helmet that was Clayface, or a guy with a fedora.
Okay.
It's like all these different clay faces. I want to say it was Night Quest.
Not to mention there was also the Clayface in Hush, not Hattush, in the original.
Yeah. I've never read Night Quest, but that was a Clayface story I'd never read when I was reading Night Quest.
Okay.
All the way through for the first time when they finally collected it all in those trades that were only printed once and no one could buy.
But by the way, when Hattush comes back, are they going to call it Hathrish?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think they're just going to continue the whole Hattush vibe? Hattush.
I like your pronunciation.
I do not like that book. I just need to continue saying over and over again that easily the weakest thing that Loeb and Lee have done together.
Lee's art in there, like I said on our chat, was like fucking
it's phoned in. It's phoned in. Yeah. In comparison, like for instance, like the artwork that he's done on other stuff recently has been fine. It's just I feel like he just didn't put the work in for Hattush.
He did a cover for Absolute Wonder Woman recently. It was on his Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's him doing like really, really weird positions with the sword and foreshortening and stuff. He's going all out for this cover.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, where was this effort on the fucking book?
Yeah.
Because it felt very flat, very static. Mm-hmm. And I think as I get older, and maybe it's the anime influence in reading guys like Jorge Jimenez and Dan Mora and things like that.
Yeah.
And even regular people like Nito Diaz doing a great job on X-Men, even though the book's mediocre. It's not his fault. But then I go back to these artists like Jim Lee phoning it in. I'm like, this is static and boring. And then I look at, I'll hit on somebody else that people really like, Tony Daniel, phoning it in on X-Men.
Okay, yeah, that upset me.
And
that upset me because it's not like we've even seen Tony Daniel recently.
Well,
Tony Daniel's like getting back into it.
I think I was reading his Noctera book with Snyder when it after it came out, and I was like, this is okay, but I don't remember why does this feel weird? And then I went back and looked at some older stuff from the mid 2000s when he was doing Teen Titans and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no. Maybe my taste has evolved.
Oh no.
And I didn't realize that maybe Tony Daniel was never good.
But you see, sir, let's just go ahead and bring it back around the 20 years here and think about how our tastes have changed and evolved. And that includes artwork as well. Because I don't think 20 years ago me would have appreciated Babs Tarr's Batgirl as much as I did when it came out, when it happened. Like, I loved manga style influence back then, but like today, that's much more my jam. Like, I like something that's a lot more simple, stylized, and kinetic, way more now than I did like superhero pose.
Right.
20 years ago, which is that's what Tony Daniel is he's way more superhero pose. Ian Churchill, like, come on.
Ian Churchill I've never not loved.
Yeah, but there have been some really, really stiff images that Ian Churchill has done that I don't know if they would hold up today.
I think I have liked newer art styles, but I've still not able to get into, I'll call it the cutesy influence. So like your Babs Tarr.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, that's a cutesy influence. Why is it on the Batgirl book? Because it's trying to be a superhero book.
It was modernizing it. It was modernizing it, basically. Yeah,
For me, just like, we'll put that aside.
Yeah.
It's not for me. Yeah. That's okay. Nothing has to be for everybody.
Well, I mean, Ms. Marvel, when Ms. Marvel came out, that I would compare that and also to kind of like a Babs Tarr-ish style of artwork.
But Agent Alphona was doing that, and he was doing...
I know.
wouldn't call it that.
But it was grounded.
It was anime influence, but not... When you say anime influence, like, I'm thinking of speed lines and kinetic, and I think you're thinking of like
realistic, more
thinking of like
down to earth and realistic.
They're the most extreme expressions of like the the big eyes and the big C-shaped mouth.
That can be part of it. That can be part of it.
That's where I'm like.
But even that needs to have its moments. Like, I don't want that all the damn time. But every now and then, I'm all right. But what I do want is I want something that feels a little bit closer to the real world in the artwork. Like, I am less of the... I want you to have a superhero pose every single page
Right.
than I was when I was younger. Like, I think that Adam Kubert is a perfect example of somebody who can be kinetic and also at the same time feel grounded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like he does action amazing, but he's just as good at doing the simple moments as he is doing everything else. Not every artist can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's other artists that do simple really well, but don't do kinetic action anywhere near as well as they can. And then you've got the happy mediums that make me a happy camper. So, gotta find it. That's it. Gotta find what you love, man. You gotta find what makes you feel good. That's it. Boom.
I have a question for you.
Yo.
What is it with these stories about other worlds that they have to come back to Earth?
Mm-hmm.
For example, here's two.
Masters of the Universe?
Masters of the Universe, which I did not see, but looks cool. But I'm thinking more
Barbie
comic
for guys.
science.
Yeah.
Think about Ram V and his New Gods series.
Okay. Yeah.
New Gods.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, cool. Ram V on New Gods could be cool.
Yeah.
Got a cool looking artist. Evan Cagle, I've never heard of before.
Cagle.
And then the stories about them living on Earth. And I'm like,
yeah.
I want to fucking read this.
You know,
with Batman and Superman?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, we haven't seen it yet, but clearly that's what the HBO Max Green Lantern show is going to be. Like, it's going to be mostly Earth-based, at least to start, and then may go from there.
I'm really hoping that that's just like the first 3 episodes, and they're saving everything.
It could be. So far, hype for it has been real. Like, people, like reviewers who have gotten to see like bits and pieces of it have been saying that it's great. I
mean, I'm hyped for not Hal Jordan. I'm not hyped for Kyle Chandler. I'm hyped for
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
And the guy playing Jon Stewart.
Oh yeah.
Whose name escapes me.
Yes.
Also a very beautiful man.
Luckily, since we're outdoors and I have easy access to my phone, I can do things like
I'm watching the morning show right now, and he's like this sleazy artist on the morning show.
Aaron Pierre.
Aaron Pierre.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Which reminds me, I gotta catch up on the morning show.
The morning show.
Yeah. But no, going back to what you said, it's a regular motif because when you think about it, that was the initial setup for even things like back in the day of like Silver Surfer. Like Silver Surfer was trapped on Earth initially in the original comic books, and that's kind of like that was the setup for him to try to make that story.
I thought that Ram V was like gonna take a big swing and do something that felt like a big swing and pull me in.
You thought he was basically going to try to do Kirby's Fourth World, but him.
Yeah. And even though I'm not a huge like Ram V guy, like I liked what was happening in his detective run. Yeah. But I can't tell you what happened.
Are you more of a Ram VI guy?
It was more like I think it was like 27 parts or something like that.
Yeah, it was pretty damn long.
And
yeah,
like I know Batman disappeared and came back, and like it was kind of like a whole Nightfall thing. And Asbat showed up in armor. I got real excited about that, but I can't tell you what the story was. There were some new villains in there, but I can't tell. They had some weird serum and things like that.
Kind of reminded me a little bit of Bruce Wayne Murderer back in the day.
But it was like, I couldn't follow it.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking about a Swamp Thing run. I couldn't follow that either, even though it had great Mike Perkins art either. So I'm like, maybe Ram B and I just not for me.
I was just going to say, so maybe what you're saying is that you're going to skip the next Ram V book. Not every writer's for everybody.
That's true.
You know, that's it. However, Chris Claremont might be for you. Just bringing it back around, maybe. That's the way to go. No, I mean, we definitely know Tom King runs Hot and Cold for you. We've only brought that up 19 times.
Yes.
You know, like it's there are some writers, even from, actually, perfect example would be Garth Ennis. Garth Ennis is one of those writers where in short doses, I am all about him. Yes, give me a miniseries. Give me something that's like 6 or 7 issues, and I'm there. The Boys got old, man. The comic got old. I gave up on it halfway through, and I'm not going to go back.
I read it all. I think when Boys season 1 or 2 came out.
Yeah.
I read it all, and I was like, Oh.
Yeah.
Like the first half, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, you have nothing more to say.
Yeah.
There's 3 more of these giant volumes to read.
Which is funny because I feel like the show did. The show actually had shit to say past that point in the story, which is why you get a guy like Eric Kripke, who literally worked on Supernatural, the show that never ended.
Mm-hmm.
I think Supernatural is somehow still on right now after it's been canceled. It is because there's Dynamite Comics, but still, he was the right guy to bring on. He had the personality, he had the scripting, and he had what was needed to bring that to life, while at the same time still sort of respecting what Ennis did to a point and making its own thing.
I think too, like the era we're in lent itself to The Boys.
Yeah.
More than the era The Boys was written in.
Yes.
Did. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because that was Bush era.
Yeah, that's true.
Bush-Obama era.
Right.
And The Boys TV show is in Trump era, and there's way more stuff to live.
Oh my. Wow.
Pause for copyright strike.
Okay. All right. Great. Right on.
Pause for copyright claim on YouTube.
Like and subscribe, baby. That's what we're talking about. It's all right. It was on the 30 seconds. We'll be fine.
You say it.
Oh no, I know.
Raph's YouTube shorts he was doing.
Oh my God.
He'd have the shortest little clip, and he would get struck down immediately.
I had to go in there. All right, behind the scenes. He put that one clip of the Justice League theme in.
Yeah.
And I had to go in there and replace it with a remix in order for it to go through YouTube copyright strikes and actually survive.
So another YouTube story. My wife's YouTube channel, she does her one of her studio girls does shorts.
Hold on. Pause for copyright strike. There we go. Okay, all right, there we go.
So there was a short that got posted a while back, and it's a picture of the thing is like broken nail. I can fix that, and it's a zoom in of it's a boudoir shoot.
Yeah.
And the girl has long nails, and Amanda's literally just photoshopping a nail on in a slow zoom in.
Yeah.
Completely covered,
Yeah.
like she's wearing a black negligee or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're only seeing like her, above her belly button, above her head.
Sure.
Head.
Yeah.
Flags for nudity.
What? Come on.
And I get the alerts because I'm logged in on all the things on the studio app.
Yeah.
And I was like, review this, please.
Oh my God.
Reviewed, held, upheld. I'm like, there's no way
Wow.
an actual person reviewed this and went,
Wow.
there's nudity?
Hey, there were multiple episodes of our backlog because I put up every audio episode on YouTube Audio. There were multiple episodes of our backlog where they were like copyright strike for shit that I didn't even know that I did 10 years ago, and it just got uploaded as audio. I went in and I challenged, and every single one of them got held up on my side because nobody gave a shit. It was all like, random copyright trolls that go on there like, oh yeah, no, you can't use that. No, of course not.
Yeah.
Like nobody gives a shit past that most of the time.
Wild.
Yeah, it's the way it works, man. It's the way it works. All right. Anything else you want to bring up?
On next Friday,
Yes.
I receive what I have been looking forward to for near 6 months.
Okay.
I'm getting the Absolute Crisis on Infinite Earths, the new version.
We call that the Murdo edition.
The Murdo edition, yes. I've only, funnily enough, I own Infinite Crisis. I own Crisis on Infinite Earths.
There you go.
In the, I think it's the 20th anniversary. It's the Alex Ross paperback.
That's the one I have, yeah.
I have that.
Yeah.
I've read it once.
Wow.
But for whatever reason, I got really excited when they said, we're remastering it.
Yeah.
We went back to all the people who own the pages except Pants. Got new scans because Pants didn't give it to him. I don't know. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
Recolored.
I think Pants owns more 52 than he does Crisis. So.
But
yeah.
Recolored, remastered, and they have all these pullouts.
Yeah.
They got to pull out of the Alex Ross. They got to pull out of the pencils. They got to pull out of the inks.
Yeah.
They got to pull out of the wall mural that was in the old DC offices.
Nice.
Like I'm seeing stuff on. There's a whole book, and then I'm like, oh, I'm such an idiot because I bought the old history of the DC universe.
Yeah.
When it came out in hardback last year, I was like, I've never read this. I want to read this.
Right.
Guess what it comes with? That too. I'm like, damn it! I bought this for nothing and haven't read it yet.
eBay's a place.
eBay is a place.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm excited. It's a thick. It's like this thick. It's massive.
That's
it's got
great.
2 books in it.
That's awesome. And then after you bought that, DC was like, you know what? We're going to put Crisis out in the exact order that it was released. Because that's what they did. They solicited that, and then they were like, we're going to start putting out volumes that has every single crossover. As it was happening, as it was released, right after we solicit the absolute.
Yeah, one of those DC finest ones, I think it's volume 2, has maybe 1 or 2 issues of Crisis in it at all.
I know.
It's all
I
crossovers.
saw that.
No Crisis.
Yeah, because there was a lot of crossovers. Although,
are they going to do that with Infinite Crisis? Can you imagine?
Oh my God. No, don't. They'll never stop putting it out. There'll be like 17 volumes of that shit, man. Oh my God. And eventually, as a podcast, we will have the second issue cover of New History of the DC Universe before it's the old history of the DC Universe. Because I think we still have to technically review the first issue too, and for that matter, we got to get Sean and Jim on to talk got
to finish the Super Spider crossover.
Exactly, got to finish that off, as well. So, yeah, we got stuff to do. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it work. I gotta schedule previews when I get home. Crap. But always a pleasure to sit my ass down and talk to you in any way, shape, or form. And I hope you guys enjoyed this nice, relaxed episode of Comic Timing.
We had some beers, we had some music, we had some talks.
We did. We had some cars rushing by.
Yeah.
There's still music playing in the background, so hopefully YouTube won't strike us for it. But
all cars, no trains.
All cars, no trains. Maybe that's what I'll call this episode.
I still like pause.
Pause for cars.
Pause for cars.
Pause for trucks.
Pause for trucks.
Yep.
As 2 go by.
Exactly.
2 very large trucks.
That's the way to do it.
Never underestimate a Floridian's ability to buy an overlarge truck.
I would like to thank Winter Haven, Florida, for having all the trucks.
You would think we're in Texas for as many large trucks as there are on the street.
Also, it's in almost dead downtown right now on a Friday. Like, you would think that there would be a lot more going on, and yet so many trucks passing by going other places.
It must be truck night somewhere. I just don't know.
I guess. Well, either way, we'll be back for a full video version of an episode in the not too distant future. Do stay tuned for that. Brent, as usual, where can they find you?
Here on Comic Timing, keeping the lights on.
Yes.
Reminding Ian we exist.
Yes.
And over on YouTube as BK's Bullets.
Excellent. And email just for Comic Timing is comictiming@gmail.com. Facebook.com/Comic Timing is where you can find the Comic Timing fan group. Also on YouTube, usually video episodes available at youtube.com/@Comic Timing Podcast. And this episode is available in lovely audio. So stare at the picture of us that we took at the bar, because that's all you're going to see.
You took like 4 of them.
I did. That's
changed them up.
Oh, ooh, that's true. Yeah, maybe mid-episode I'll change it just for variety's sake. We're on Blue Sky as Comic Timing. We're on Instagram as Comic Timing Podcast. And we're on Threads as Comic Timing Podcast as well. Once again, for Brent, I'm Ian Leatherstein, reminding everybody out there that, as always, time for
SUV.
Pause for SUV. Comics.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance. All backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.